I do think that Jeskai is pretty well positioned from what I can tell at the moment. Things transitioning with the Heliod combo deck picking up in popularity. I think that the Jeskai deck is pretty good against it. I think it's pretty good against the Swift Spear variants. uh, Pucking Magical, I think 4 months in a row. Do I play Legacy? Thank you, Magical. Hope you have a good day today. Ooh, hopefully a mirror match. That'd be pretty fun. We have a pretty good hand for the mirror too. Yeah, I think it's a bit more likely to be an Omnath variant. Yeah. What are you gonna do? So we can jam the Fun Raveler. I think I'd probably rather hold up Remand / Typhoon here. They have to tap out more often than we do, so I think we can probably find a spot to tap out for this. Naturally drawn all of both Triomes is kind of unique. And now we've got some serious pressure in play. Welcome back, Shark. It's been a while since I've cycled a Shark Typhoon. I will go ahead and hold up Cryptic now. Good morning, Tyler. Moving more into the new house. Good luck. Good luck. Me and Esther have been looking at moving again. It's just such a daunting process, honestly. I don't think I want to cycle this Triome. I'm just gonna play it. Happy to say, draw go for a bit. We are the one with the Shark in play. My opponent lightning bolts my Shark. I think I'm just gonna path it. That does mean we can't hold up Remand, so we can't hold up Cryptic. We still have Remand up. Oh, that's exciting, Tyler. Nice to get little glimpses into everybody's lives. That's exciting. Congrats on buying your first house. Me and Esther have been talking about it a little bit, and we're not married, and she's still finishing grad school. But I think when she's done with grad school, we'll probably tie the knot and then look into buying a house. Maybe not here. Maybe somewhere else. Accord meaning Honda. Yeah, I figured. I used to have an old 2002 Honda Accord that I loved, and then this lady was going the wrong way down a one-way street and crashed it. Right, I'll play a Snapcaster end of their turn here. I was maybe supposed to do it this last turn. It's just hard to get it's just hard to get too aggressive in this matchup because of all their incidental life gain with Uro and Omnath, of course. You thought I was married my best subscriber. If someone will get the channel points together. Opponent is out of lands to play, so it is possible that this is the turn that we start to pick a fight. Yeah, heated seats don't matter too much down here. That does sound pretty nice. I think I'm just going to play one. Honestly, a burn spell would just be such a good draw. We're starting to get behind on mana, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree that that Pioneer seems good right now, Tyler. I've had fun the last couple times I've played it, and the format does seem pretty open. I'm kind of hoping it picks back up in popularity a bit. I kind of feel like, if paper tournaments come back next year, which is kind of looking like they will, then I could see interest being really generated around Pioneer when, GPs are Pioneer. Javqua, thank you for your 2 months in a row. Hope you're having a good day today. Love to see that second month. Is paper magic dead where you all reside? I personally don't think it's worth it to go to a magic shop during COVID. So I haven't been. Is it a Shark Typhoon? Okay, I think I'd like to try to Teferi bounce this shark rather than path it. It's a bit risky to do this, but like we only have Remand up anyways. And we kind of need the extra mana. Seems fine to me. So imagine we're going to get Force of Negation, which you probably can't fight over. Oh, wow. That was a freebie. Yeah, every time I switch decks. What happened to bans? Is the deck bad now? So I guess they're going to bolt my fun Raveler. Kind of surprised to like not see Lightning Bolt happen a bit sooner there. I suppose I'll remand this. Not that I really expected to resolve, but it doesn't look like they can replay it. I think we get a Steam Vents. It is nice that we've drawn, you know, this half of our deck this game, although one burn spell puts our opponent to like 3 effectively. But you know, in game 1 it's tough because you just have all these spot removal spells that just aren't that good against them. And the burn spells aren't that good because they have so much incidental life gain. Like, that's not even really a good plan. But in games 2 and 3, I think the matchup is fine, especially because you have all these Tails End, which answer all of their threats pretty well. So if you can steal a game 1 with a good draw like this, that really does go a long way towards winning the match. Hey, Kodal. And they let the Remand resolve. I do imagine that they are going to have something else to resolve here. Hoping it's not a fun Raveler. Looks like a Jace. How bad is Jace for us? I'm not sure. Are they going to bind us on the Shark? Are they going to Brainstorm? Are they going to +2? They are going to Brainstorm. Well, that means... So, I mean, I guess they could have drawn a Force of Negation. But we probably get to resolve our own Jace. That's good to be able to answer the Ren. Yeah, I know this is so bad if they found a Force, but I just can't imagine not jamming here.
Welcome,
Cool.
the Shark Typhoon.
Missing a land is, you know, less cool, I suppose. So I think we're probably going to Wildfire our Flagstones. Attack Jace. What am I want to keep Spell Snare and Force of Negation to Teferi, Cryptic Command. Yeah, I guess I'm just putting back 2 snaps, which feels a bit awkward. 6 months in a row. Hell yeah. I hope you're having a good day. Have I been enjoying the new Sea Monster EDH deck? I haven't quite gotten around to actually like sleeving it up and putting it together. Oh no. I put my basics in the deck, but then I restarted Magic Online, which usually means the basics leave the deck, unfortunately. So in between rounds 2 and 3, I'll try to switch up the arts. I guess I can just do that now. Sorry, not in between rounds 2 and 3, in between leagues. They're gonna Mystic Sanctuary back Bolt. Are we supposed to force the Bolt? I'm not sure. I kind of think we are. I don't know, this has like so much value. And it just seems pretty likely to me our opponent's going to be able to capitalize on, like, with just another Bolt or resolving another Planeswalker potentially. Did they already Brainstorm? Felidar Retreat, yeah, that's one I'm, you know, pretty happy to get to force. Am I really pitching this Snapcaster? I think I might be. They've also tapped in such a way that they've tapped in a way that they can't play Wrenn and 6. But we know they have Wrenn and 6 in their hand, so I can't imagine not holding up Snare. Now they brainstorm, which feels like weird sequencing to me. Hopefully this is Wrenn and 6 and we just get to snare it. And then maybe go Hardcast Typhoon plus Teferi. Although I'd like to be able to maybe draw a burn spell to kill the Jace. Don't think I'm supposed to Sanctuary anything back here. Maybe I was. Alright, so we have 10 mana. That's a lot. We attack Jace for 1. Yeah, I kind of figured this would happen. I don't know if I could really articulate why, but that was the read I had. So we have 10 mana. We can Mystic Sanctuary back Force of Negation, hardcast Shark Typhoon, bounce Jace, draw a card, and then Force of Negation Jace on the way down. And then we'll have a couple of sharks. Seems okay. I really, really don't want to let them brainstorm again, if I can help it. With them having 2 cards in their hand, that feels really important to me. Let me just go ahead and hardcast the Typhoon. Interesting. So let's target Wildfire and then respond to this trigger and target the Force of Negation. I didn't realize that these were my only 2 fetchable targets. But targeting Wildfire, guarantees us just a cantrip. Oh no. I stacked it wrong. Okay, so I'm just gonna say no to this then. Alright, sharks usually beat zombies. Opponent's hand is Jace and 2 other cards. This was probably their draw step for the turn. If they do have a counterspell for my Force of Negation, it's really not the end of the world. Oh, that maybe is the end of the world. Well, they probably can't escape Uro and Jace here. So, maybe they can. Yeah, they actually can if they have another land. If we can resolve this to Teferi, it's going to be a big deal. I kind of think that we probably just don't have the luxury of forcing Jace if it comes down here. Yeah. They have to, minus the Jace anyways for it to not die. They can't play Jace, though. They didn't hit a land, so their hand is now Jace, two unknowns. Big draw step. Big draw in our big draw step. Hell yeah. Very exciting. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, is really good, and it's even better when it comes stapled with a to a 5/5 shark. Conceded the game. And again, I said this earlier, but winning game 1 is a huge deal because the matchup is fine in sideboard games. The problem with this matchup is you have these 8 really bad removal spells that are almost dead cards. But once you get to cut all of them for games 2 and 3 for all solid interactive spells and a Nexus of Fate, the matchup is just fine in games 2 and 3, and I think the matchup is kind of even, maybe in their favor when you're on the draw, and a little bit in your favor when you're ahead, when you're on the play. So winning game 1, huge deal. Really, really happy to do it. Definitely keeping this. Having a Force of Negation on the draw is really, really important to be able to answer, Wrenn and 6, potentially Teferi Fun Raveler. Opponent's mulled to 6 on the play, which is also kind of nice. I think I'm just going to grab a Triome here. Really, really exciting first game. Maybe I should have played around Tail's End. Just gonna hold up Remand here. Ideally, we can save Wildfire for Flagstones or Field of the Dead, but if we start missing on lands, we maybe have to cycle it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Remand this. Nice. And then I will just say Force of Negation or no counter spells for you, opponent, which is especially good when they're on a mole on the play. Then I will just plus. We don't really care too much about Uro. Omnath is a bit annoying, but we can Teferi, bounce it, then Cryptic Command it on the way down. Given how many dead cards for some matchups, have I considered taking Valakut Awakening? I would probably want to test it, I think. Honestly, I think it being a tap land does feel like it has a really high cost to me. I think any tap land has a pretty high cost when you're playing Teferi, Hero, Dominaria, and Shark Typhoon. And Mystic Sanctuaries are kind of like tap lands, and they're kind of not. Weird cards for sure. It's an interesting idea. I know that Timu has been really happy with Valakut Awakening in the blue-red Kiki Jiki deck. Although it does seem like Valakut Awakening has a bit more of an upside when you are comboing in some way. Yeah, they definitely have Bolt. Didn't articulate it, but they shocked and then decided not to cast the Bolt. I totally agree with the 25th land can be a tap land. I agree with you. I agree with you that sounds reasonable. I'm just not. It's not 100% sure. Just have to think more about it, I think. It's just kind of fine. We get to shuffle away the bolts. Not that that's super relevant. I think I want to go after Breeding Pool to tax their green mana a bit, but I doubt it will really matter. And then we're probably going to Mystic Sanctuary back. Oh, well, we just drew one. Never mind. So I'll get Steam Vents and then Sanctuary back. I think just Remand. We can Teferi into Remand. Where can you find your deck list? An excellent question. You can always !deck and find both the list I'm currently playing and a link to all the lists I have been playing. And I also post lists to Twitter. On the die roll. It's kind of a weird hand. I'm going to send this one back. Guess we're going to 5. Yikes. Alright, I'll keep this. I'm going to put back Path and Force. Obviously this hand's not good, but I think it's better than going to 4. If we're playing in Storm, then I just feel pretty good about our chances to win games 2 and 3. What do I think of Stormcaller and Jeskai? I think Stormcaller plays very poorly with counterspells, and I'm not very interested in including it in this deck. So this is probably the Timu deck. Morning Tower. I don't understand why I shipped the first hand. I mean, in the blind, the hand had an uncastable Wildfire, 3 lands, Snapcaster, and then a 5-drop, right? Just seemed like it didn't do anything. I feel like it was even a pretty clear mulligan. Opponent did miss a land drop. I'll keep playing. I think it had a better chance of molding to 4. I kind of disagree. Maybe a mold to 4 was better, but at the same time, if we just draw 1 land, this hand is functional. And I think we've even got very unlucky to in 5 draw steps not find a land. And mold to 4 on the play is just so tough in game 1, So playing against the Timu, this matchup is not very good, I'll say. Mostly because like they play all these 4-drops, 4 toughness creatures, and our burn spells aren't great against them. You know, the Platinum package is interesting because they don't have very many answers to Platinum Emperion. They have got like 2 Cryptics and like 1 Abrade in the 75. And this also means they can't combo us or hit us with Crackling Drake. I haven't been playing the Madcap Experiment in this matchup, but I think I will bring it in and try it out. I'm going to cut a Wildfire. Yeah, Bolt kills Kiki, but the problem is like there's still, you just have to answer the Exarchs and the Crackling Drakes too. It's just the problem. I do think I want some number of Aether Gust. See, trimming the 3rd Cryptic. Yeah, I doubt they have a Braden for game 2, and it's also possible that we juke back and don't play the Madcaps for game 3. Yeah, I agree that they can infer the matchup. It's possible we were supposed to concede earlier. Bit awkward to have Flagstones and no red source this again. I think I'm gonna put back Plains. Some awkward hands. Yeah, I think Urza is still a playable deck. In fact, I'd even say it's probably a bit underrepresented. Did opponent keep a 1-lander? Man, 1-land Relic on 7 cards is a decision. Although, I put back the Plains because I figured we needed to draw red source anyways. This is a weird to force some negation and opt, but it feels correct to me. Just to try to make them stumble. What a weird match so far. Can't draw a land. Jeez. Neither can my opponent. Neither can my opponent. There we go. See if they have a force. They have a dispute, sure. I can't cast that. Oh, sorry, we can't play this untapped to cast this. Timu has no forces? Weird. He doesn't like fours. Gee, I'm surprised to hear that. Of course. Probably doesn't matter too much if we can just resolve one of these. I do think we're supposed to jam here. Maybe we're supposed to go Snapcaster Wildfire. Yeah, I'm just going to keep jamming. Cool. He said the deck isn't jamming walkers a ton. It's fair. I feel like Crackling Drake with Force Up is pretty good. Isn't Platinum Angel strictly better than Platinum Emperion? Not a meme question. I feel like it is because of the strictly better phrasing, which is not a term I like. But the answer is no. You know, Platinum Angel, you know, Platinum Emperion is like very good against the red decks because it's, you know, this big 8/8 that is very difficult to kill, and a 4 toughness Platinum Angel is very easy to just put a Lava Dart and a Lightning Bolt in front of. It's just not that difficult. We'll see if they have a double bolt here. They don't. And so that's the big difference. Is this is an 8/8 and Platinum Angel isn't. Platinum Angel also, so Madcap if you cast Madcap Experiment into Platinum Angel, your life total, you will very often your life total will go below 0. Platinum Emperion says your life total can't change. Platinum Angel has a different line of text that says you can't lose the game, but your life total still goes below 0. And then if the Platinum Angel ever leaves, you just lose. And so Platinum Angel is better against like exactly ad nauseum and very few other decks is it better. All right, now that they know about this, I'm gonna cut it. They could play 3 Gust, 4th Wildfire, 1 Bolts, Helix over Bolts maybe. Maybe Nexus is a bit bad. Play 2 Helix. Yeah. Sorry, Platinum Angel also beats Mill, but yeah. You know, you don't just lose the game if they answer your Platinum Emperion. You will just lose the game if they answer your Platinum Angel most of the time. It may be okay to have an yeah. It could be fine to have an Angel in the sideboard instead of the Nexus of Fate. It's kind of interesting. Although I will say Ad Nauseam is already the best matchup for the deck. There is no deck I'd rather see sitting across from me than Ad Nauseam, so I'm not sure how much you want a sideboard to beat that. I'm going to get Sacred Foundry here since our opponent is playing Boil. Try to hedge a bit against it. Yeah, Platinum Angel on the side for Mill is really interesting. I mean, although they can probably just drown in the Locket. I think you lose the game. It's a cool idea. I don't know much about modern or English, but sorry about this strictly. No worries, Marshmallow. Just because we had a long conversation about the use of the word yesterday, I thought you may have been trolling me. Strictly, the word strictly, just so we all are on the same page, usually means that there is no situation where the card you're talking about is worse than the other one. So if a card is strictly better than a different card, there is no situation where it would be better to have Platinum Emperion than Platinum Angel. That is what the word is supposed to mean, although I think it's gotten like a little... People have kind of lost any sense of meaning with the word, honestly. Please just let this resolve, opponent. If they remand it, I think that's kind of fine. We could just Wildfire our Flagstones again, but that's so bad against Boil. But I'm not sure like how insulated we are against Boil anyways, and they've been missing lands, and they only play 2, so this is fine. Right. Gonna pop it now to try to draw a land. Nope. Probably should have attacked first. Don't think this is resolving. Hoping to draw more interaction. We've been pretty lucky that our opponent's been stuck on lands because I think this is a bad matchup for us. It looks like they've missed a land again, and now they're trying to decide, do they want to pop the Relic? Looks like they're going to maybe go for Boil instead. Although Gust is just not a great answer for Boil here, unfortunately. Yeah, our hand just has to jam threats, so well, I got punished for attacking. Yeah, I think we just got to jam and say we can't beat Boil. Our hand is just all threats. What am I doing for tomorrow's downtime? Oh, I didn't realize tomorrow was downtime. I guess Hades. Sounds fun. Maybe, I mean, I just don't have an Arena collection, so it's not like I can really stream myself testing Arena. Okay, whew. It's just crackling, Drake. When do I get the God account? In like a week or 2. Arena drafts? Probably would rather play Hades. I mean, we've been saying I would do a Hades stream for a downtime for like 2 months. There just hasn't been a downtime in a while. If somehow I have the God account tomorrow, which I don't think I will, then I'll stream Arena probably. So I probably want to Jace Brainstorm, and hopefully we find a land and we can go Path plus Gust. Did find a land. It does enter untapped, so... Yeah, so I probably want to do the fresh file run, or at least try to get it tomorrow. Saffron has spent $1,700 on Arena. Jeez. Dude, Peak always looks so busted in these matchups. Didn't they say they'll provide it by the 19th? I can't remember. If that's the case, I haven't gotten it yet. If they give it to you on the 19th, that's going to be a huge bummer because I would like to stream Arena. I'd rather stream Arena tomorrow. Have I thought about adding Omniscience and Endure Nothingness to this? It's an interesting idea. I mean, for a streamer to like be able to stream decks on Arena, it's pretty important to spend money on it. And I also think that that's probably tax deductible for Saffron. Like I've been deducting my Mana Trader subscription. The old peak and then tank. Hopefully this card is blanking a good bit of their hand. A couple of hard blue mirrors to start the day off today. Let me check my email and see if I got the account and I just didn't. This is fine. I'll just path the Drake. Gonna leave the Gust up for a Bolt probably. They're sitting both at the Fun Raveler. Maybe we just want to like have a Snapcaster's trade here. I don't really feel like we get got by too many things if we do this. Maybe there's a couple things, but this seems fine. And then we can maybe minus Teferi on the Shark, and then also hopefully find some more interaction. Snapcaster is also worse with the Relic out. They got something else. Oh, is it a Magmatic Sinkhole? If they Sinkhole Teferi, we just have more Teferis on top of our library. And we very, very wisely played around Peak, but they played around us playing around it by killing the Jace and not the Teferi. I will just go and bounce the Shark. And we're 1 mana short of Shark Typhoon plus Gust. I think I'll just Wildfire my Flagstones. It's got 3 cards left. Getting a basic plane, so at least we have some amount of mana and play it if they boil us. I wonder how many decks in Modern could swap Ashiok in their sideboard for Narset and win more games because of it. An amount. I actually think Ashiok's decent right now. There's like a lot of Titan decks. And I think Ashiok is fine against the big Omnath piles. It just is still maybe a bit overrated. Finally drew a counterspell. And yeah, any deck that can cast Ashiok on turn 2 is a better Ashiok deck. This is the new Ashiok. We're talking about the 3 mana War of the Spark Ashiok. It's a pretty common sideboard card in Modern, but I think that it tends to be over sideboarded. We actually don't have quadruple blue to snap Cryptic. Still have Gust though. Alright. 2-0. What if you could pay 2 life instead of the mana for Peak? I don't know why you want to do that. Just pay the mana. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to play the no downside to including it in your deck, Mystic Sanctuary on turn 1. Happy to see Shivan Reef. Storm is a really good matchup, and that this is most likely Storm. And then I'll play Flagstones over Hallowed Fountain, because if I draw a red source next turn, then I have the option to Wildfire my Flagstones. Sometimes I forget that there are, newer players to Magic in my chat, because when I first started, it didn't really feel like that way. But please do not hesitate to ask any questions you have. I'm always happy to try to give you some insight. I haven't tried Prison Prowls lately. I feel like there just have been too many Monastery Swiftspear decks. Although I did always feel like Prowess was a better matchup than Burn. Alright, this is a bit bad if they have goblins, but I think it's okay to not force the ritual. Yeah, like I definitely view the stream as a teaching experience, and I'm happy to impart what small amounts of wisdom I have to anybody. Good morning, Jeff. Letting this resolve is really bad if they have goblins, but if they have a ritual plus goblins, it's bad anyways. Winning on turn 3 without starting with a mana creature in play through a force would be pretty epic. Looks like they're fizzling though. Looks like I think they floated the wrong color of mana, actually. Why is Jace Mirror Mage the best Planeswalker ever printed? It's the only Planeswalker that gives you 2 Planeswalkers for 1 card. It's amazing. That is the one thing on my Zendikar Rising to-do list that I haven't done yet. Is cast a Jace Mirror Mage. Is it better Bouncing Brawl because of Legendary? I kind of think yes, actually. With Teferi in play, I think the Brawl matters less. I'm just gonna plus. Pass. We can instant speed Wildfire or Flagstones if we end of turn if they don't really commit too much. I think Visions is fine. Good morning, Bernard. Yeah, I don't think I mind getting a 1/1 Shark in play. Got a lot of stuff to do with their mana. They conceding to the very powerful Flagfire plus Shark makes sense to me. Been a while since I played against Storm. I usually like to cut the pass. I think this is my sideboard plan. No, I was bringing it in like the first gust for the third Cryptic. Maybe the second gust over the third Helix. I think this is the plan. I really dislike Path when you just have all these burn spells. Like pathing the mana guy is real bad. I think the third Cryptic is a bit much, and then I want like 1 or 2 Gust for just rituals, Manamorphose. Pass and Flames is the best target. There's also Arya Flame, which they can bring in. Then 1 Anger as an out 2 empties, I think fine to have. Can also just kill some mana creatures. Hello, 1 second. I say this every single time that we play against Storm, but you do not want Tails End to counter the Storm trigger. It is very, very easy for them to still kill you after you do that. Very, very trivial. It's not something you want. How can I help you?
Do you want to know the end of the episode of that?
What?
Do you want to know the end of the episode yesterday?
You watched it?
Yeah, you were sleeping.
We keep this on the draw? What happened?
So in 3 months, she was supposed to lose. She was supposed to lose 150 pounds.
I'm gonna keep this.
In 3 months, she gained 12 pounds, and she kept thinking the scale was wrong.
Yeah, I know, she was so delusional.
Yeah, and she was like, "The system is failing. The program's failed me." And
it's sad.
I think she was eating healthier, but I could tell like it was her portion control because she ate a breakfast that was like at least 2 cups of egg whites, bell peppers and like a whole sausage. That's at least like 500 calories. And it was like her whole paper plate was full.
That's so sad. I blame Esther for this bad keep. How would I feel about playing Red Green Rhinos on Modern on Thursday? Send me a list of what you're thinking. Me and Esther were watching My 600-Pound Life. I feel like on the draw we were pretty likely to hit a land. And this hand had two like pretty good 1-mana interactive spells. We'll get to Disputed Gifts now. Alright. It's interesting. I feel like it needs more Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner. It's like something I would probably change. Alright. Could possibly just die, but we did just get to dispute a gifts. So I'm feeling okay. If we untap, we probably can't lose. Yeah, I feel like Domri just kind of stinks and Kiora is really good. That's kind of like my main impression here. Maybe the fight is better than I give it credit for. Simon, I think yes, if you give me just the ability to tweak maybe a couple things. But yes, I was not expecting to say yes to Red Green Dinosaurs, but the list actually seems fine. Would a Jeskai Triome be good at Miracles as a land to manipulate the top of the deck for counterbalance? I mean, it would not be as good as the blue-white cycle land, but I also don't think it would be very good in general. I was supposed to Teferi balance and then Spell Snare on the way down. And then I think we just get Teferi into play this turn. Easy one land keep. This keep was really good. So you want to let the Aria Flame resolve here and then gust it with the trigger on the stack. So you can gain the 10. 3-0. 3-0. Do I play Jeskai Flagfire because it's good or because you enjoy it or people enjoy watching it? It's definitely good, in my opinion. I'm not enjoy playing it. And people, it's also, popular. So it's a combination of all those things. But I don't play decks as often like as I play a deck like this without thinking it's good, I don't just play something because I think it's popular. Let's keep this. I think I'm putting back the Typhoon, sadly. Opponent's mold to 5 on the play. Interesting. I've been watching a lot of streams of Historic and Standard. And so I'm starting to get an idea of what the formats look like, but I haven't actually played any matches yet. And, okay, so Wildfire is good against these decks, though don't really have anything else going for us. It's been a while since I played against one of these. I think I will just go ahead and Stone Rain them. Okay. So you draw a land for next turn, we can snap Stone Rain. Cool. I think I'll plus the Teferi, that way they can't play an artifact land. Oh, sorry, not an artifact land, and a piece of artifact mana. I guess we're not sure if they're playing Oopsal spells or Belcher. Probably not going to sideboard that differently. Game seems pretty over. Bet they'll concede to this. I've been testing and liking the Madcap package in Sideboard Storm. Now you've got me longing to test a Boil version. Yeah, I think it's very good. I went 4-1 in my league, losing to E-Tron, which felt kind of bad because it's a pretty good matchup, I think. This isn't the right list. I know. Is the first donut deck a $40 brew? As someone already submitted a shell. It's a $40 brew. Alright, so we're either playing against Oops All Spells or Belcher. I do like Aether Gust against Oops All Spells, but not against Belcher. However, I think I'll just side as if they're Oops All Spells, because that has been certainly the more popular of the two variants lately. And this is my sideboard plan. Although maybe I should be bringing in the Mystical Dispute. Just like I said, 3 mana leak seems fine. It can also 1 mana counter Pact of Negation. Cut the 3rd Shark Typhoon. Alright, easy mulligan. Did I mix it up? I don't see why Gust is good against all spells, but looks great against Belcher. I did mix it up, yes. Gust good against Belcher. I'm siding as if they're Oops All Spells. Awkward hand. Gonna go to 5. I guess I'll put back 3rd land on the draw. I've ever played Possibility Storm in Modern. Maybe? Don't think so. If I did, it was with Teferi Time Raveler. Yeah, I just said it backwards, Fran. Gust is good against Belcher, not good against Oops All Spells. And it does kind of look like they're Belcher, because they've only played red and green lands so far. And they kept a hand without a lot of mana game 1. Pretty easy Teferi Plus. If they play Blood Moon again, we could just bounce it. Don't need to force. Teferi is also good against Belcher because it stops the Miracle trigger from Reforge the Soul, which is a pretty important piece of their deck. Feels pretty dirty. We are officially unmulliganed after getting 2 for 1, 2 for 1, 3 for 1. I think I'm gonna Jace Plus here. Memes aside, I want to put a land on the bottom. I'd love for them to draw Pact of Negation against my fun Raveler. Could hardcast this Shark Typhoon. Probably a bit unnecessary. It's probably supposed to Sanctuary this back first, though. But we're also, I think, in garbage time. Yeah, it is officially garbage time, Spider-Ham. Alright, we are 4-0 in this league. Pretty good. Proob, thank you for your Twitch Prime. Love to see a new subscriber. Thanks, buddy. Recommendations, I'll listen. I'm in Texas, so I'll hold up Spell Snare. The mana base seems tricky in Boilproof Store. Spiral of Shivan Wreath. I think you want 4 Pathway. Okay, playing against the Kiki-Jiki deck. Interesting. That's awesome, Mike. It's really cool. Maybe I will want to Helix them end of turn. I think that probably is true. And like we don't have a 3-drop besides this Force to play next turn, so I'll just play the Flagstones. Yeah, maybe I'll get bows. I might just want some like smaller wireless earbuds though. Yeah, it looks like the Boilproof Kiki-Jiki deck again. They're very comfortable and sound great. That does sound great. Yeah, I might buy AirPods. Esther has some and she likes them so far.
What?
I was talking about buying some headphones today because these are just pretty uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable?
Mm-hmm.
How? Do you not like it when they go in your ear like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know how, I keep thinking you know how my ears are. I think you keep...
Yeah. You're delusional.
What's up? It's me, your friend
Doctor now
Aspiring
would tell you
Spike.
you're delusional.
I've had a lot of ear infections.
Doctor
Red
now
Kremlin,
would tell
4
you
months in
you
a
don't
row.
need
Welcome
the
back.
oxygen.
Hope you're having a good day today. Appreciate you.
Well, what kind do you want?
I don't know.
Because do you like that they're wireless?
I like that they're wireless, yeah. And
Because most will have this kind unless you get like, I don't know.
I wish I could try them on because my ears are just very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they'll let you put them in your ear, do they? 4 Pathway, 4 Pirate Blood, 4 Shivan Reef, 2 Fiery Island, 4 Steam Vents. I think you don't want to play Steam Vents in my opinion. I guess we can't really Cryptic this because they use the Kiki GKS. So tough. Yeah, I don't think you want to play 4 Steam Vents in an island. Because I think you want to get to play Boil in your sideboard too. Let me see if I can find... Because I built and played the mana base. The mana base seemed fine. No. Maybe I deleted it. Really need to clean these up. Alright, I'm going to Snap Helix them. AirPods are on sale too at Best Buy and Amazon. It's good to know.
My manager tried to call me into work to help out, and I was like, I really need this day off.
Good. Good for you.
Jeez. Plans. Important plans.
You own the Samsung Beans. Interesting. Haven't heard of those. Over the ear. Yeah, maybe I do need to do those.
Remember the ones that your dad had? That weren't his AirPods? The ones that just like were right here?
I swear Esther just like doesn't believe me. Yeah, Exarch has 4 toughness. That's the main reason. Yeah, I guess over the ears just got to be the way to go. I was like, AirPods just feel a little bit lighter, and they haven't been bothering me as much when I
Welcome, Spikelings,
have
to
worn
the Shark
Esters in the
Typhoon.
past.
You have touched my AirPods? My wireless ones? Don't touch them!
Lumbler 3 months in a row. Hope you're having a good day today. Esther, can you shut the door?
Huh?
Can you shut the door?
Bye. I'm going to my hair appointment.
Okay. Bye. Do I feel like reading reviews on a site? I mean, I can find some reviews. You don't need to post the link. I don't think we need to counter this. Hoping they go for Kiki Jiki. If they go for Kiki, am I supposed to Helix or am I supposed to Cryptic? Probably supposed to Helix. We could Cryptic to pick up our Snapcaster and draw a card. That seems kind of reasonable here. Oh, pretty bad against Bolt. If they had a Bolt, wouldn't they just have bolted the Snapcaster and attacked for 2? I think they would have. I don't think they have a Bolt. I also feel like we just need to be using our mana. Counter, bounce my Triome. Alright, I'll Force. Force isn't great in this matchup, and I think this is a fine target. Well, the fact that they're bouncing does mean like their hand is all gas, I suppose. Right. That's true. Black Friday is coming up. Maybe I'll wait for that. Yeah, I'll probably just like go on Best Buy Best Buy's website and like look up reviews after the stream and see if I can pick some up today. Because these have just gotten really uncomfortable. They weren't as bad when I started wearing them. I just don't know why they feel so bad to me now. Snapcaster Mage to draw 2, maybe? Yep. A lot of stores have already started Black Friday deals. That would be convenient. Sennheiser. Cool, I'll look into that. I think it'd be a good investment to have like really nice, comfortable headphones if I'm going to be listening to music during the stream, which has been a really nice thing to have. And Teferi goes down to 3. Do they have a Bolt as one of their 3 cards? They don't. I think it is earbud size, or maybe it's like a weird angle, but I don't know. I feel like a broken record, but got very sensitive ears. It's like I had so many ear infections, and hoping this is Kiki. Please be Kiki. And please don't be Kiki Jiki target Snapcaster.
Athena's on the balcony.
Okay.
Remember to bring her in.
Okay. Maybe they have 2 Kikis. They got a counterspell. Whoa! That's awesome. So cool. Manamo to untap Kiki Jiki. I didn't even see that line. Now they can kill Hero of Dominaria. Still have the Time Raveler. That was awesome, though. So I guess I was supposed to respond to the Kiki Jiki by wildfiring the Manamo and then bolting the Kiki, and then we still have Helix in our hand. They have another one? I think they can just play it even through this Remand. Kind of surprised you didn't bounce target nothing. Was it not worth the -6 life? Well, I mean, I probably would have bounced an Exarch if I was going to bounce anything. They didn't replay the Kiki. But if we bounce and we don't draw anything, then the Teferi goes away. And I kind of felt like that was important to not have the Teferi go away. And like maybe we can draw into, a Snapcaster next turn. Or like remand into something powerful to keep the Teferi alive. Thanks, Andre. I appreciate the kind words. And thank you for coming back. Teferi down. It's going to be tough to pull out of this. Yeah, Lightning Bolt doesn't do it because of the Manamo. See if they play a bit scared, though. You can right-click undo if you tap your mana incorrectly. Or Control-Z. Okay, so we can bolt the Kiki, but they can just untap it. Game 2. It's our second time playing against this deck today. The deck is really picking up in popularity. It's very cool. So last time I played this matchup, the Madcaps were really good in Game 2. I think that you probably want to bring them in Game 2 and then sideboard them out in Game 3. Okay, all the burn spells. The 4th Cryptic. Sorry, the 3rd Cryptic. I think we actually probably want to go down a Force of Negation. Like, most of their threats are creatures. I think like 2 Force to maybe like fight over counter spells in their turn is fine. Maybe we just want to go down to 1 Force. I know that they play Boyle. What am I saying? Yeah, never mind. I think you need all of them. Flipping the script. I'm gonna keep this. Just don't really understand siding and Relic in these matchups. Maybe they don't have anything else. I'd have to like look a little closer at the sideboard maybe, but I still think Relic is that relevant. Like they also play Snapcasters, and I mean I know you can control it a bit, but this is only good against Snapcaster Mage, and it's not something I would probably recommend playing. So we'll see if they have 2 counter spells up. Of course, hope that they don't. Nice to draw a blue card. Maybe be able to like counter their counter spell and then force a boil. Probably do have 2 counters. They're going to remand my dispute, which does get worse once they know about it, but shouldn't be too hard to get value out of it. They boil, we force. I mean, if they boil, they also blow up one of their islands. Actually, it's not even that good. Did Twin players used to play Kiki in the board? I don't really remember that. If so, like maybe Kiki Jiki is just for the matchups where you really needed to combo, but I don't really remember them playing Kiki in the board. So they're gonna boil. Kind of looks like they are. Maybe they're gonna steal this with Charm. Maybe they're gonna do nothing. Nothing is their plan. This is Timu's boil-proof mana base. Or it's similar to my boil-proof mana base, although Timu's playing an island in a couple different lands. So very cool, very cool. Could run out the Snapcaster because our opponent has a Relic in play, but against the Deceiver Exarch deck, I'm not really feeling it too much. We just jam this? Probably not. I think we can wait a bit. Not really under too much pressure. Opponent's missing land drops and not sacking their Relic. Well, now we have Spell Snare and Dispute up to try to protect the Madcap. But I think with my opponent just missing land drops, I'm pretty content to just not do anything until they make me do something. I don't think this matters a ton. They have the Manamo again. It's actually pretty obnoxious. No attacking with their Exarch. Yeah, we're gonna need to path the Exarch anyways, because we can't path the Kiki if they have a Namo, so I'll just do it now. If we can win this game without showing them the Madcap Experiment, that does have a lot of value, because then we can, maybe try to steal a game with it in game 3. Kind of like remanding the Delve spell. They know about this dispute also, so I'm also kind of happy to just use it here. I mean, they're down to 1 card. Targeting everything here. 1 card left. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pitch. I'm gonna force the Spell Snare, because then this will cost 5 mana for them, and then if they spend 5 mana sinkholing next turn, I think I'm pretty content with that. And then we can force. Oh, they're gonna pop their relics, now it costs even more. They could have Exarch into Kiki if they are a little lucky. Although, yeah, I guess they still can. They put a card on the bottom. They could, yeah. They just didn't play their Flusterstorm correctly. I know. So I think I'm gonna force pitching Snare, although could see maybe pitching Snapcaster instead. Yeah, I think we have Snap Force plus Gust up here, and if we go Snapcaster end of turn, they're just dead to the 5 points of power. And so while I think it's better to play Madcap Experiment there, I'm not doing so because I think we have a good chance of winning without it, and I really want to be able to have this sideboard plan for game 3. So maybe they have an Exarch here. We'll see. I've got to stop in my upkeep. Maybe Cryptic to tap. Yeah, you are right. I didn't have enough mana, as much mana as I thought I did. Well, how much worse is Madcap if opponent expects it? Worse, but like in some matchups, still playable. In this matchup, I think if your opponent expects it, you don't really want it. Although we're probably gonna have to jam here. Something I should say. Happy with this trade. Yeah. Now that this plan to win without showing them has failed, I will cast the Madcap. Red mana. Two mana away from hardcasting the second one. They put the Crackling Drake on top. They have a 1 mana cantrip. They can rebuy it. Have a Kiki Jiki to chump block. Not the most impressive. They're dead to any removal spell. Not dead to that. Worst draw on the deck. The Crackling Drake is only a 7/4, but of course it's not going to be too much to ask for it to become a bit bigger. Cannot crack a Flooded Strand. Yeah, I think we just offer the trade. The trade assuming they have a spell to play. If they don't have a spell to play, this is obviously great for us. If they do, we get to trade, and then we're just one fetch land away from, or any land lets us cast this. Valakut Awakening, interesting. Obviously, this doesn't feel great. They probably should just crack this now. 4 mana lose the game, very powerful. I guess they could have Snapcaster as their one unknown. Okay, good draw. Yeah, Valakut Awakening, you know, that I think that really is a point in Valakut Awakening's favor, is that it is interesting with the Madcap package. I'm interested in it. I want to cast the card a few times before I really kind of evaluate how good it is. I've never cast it. That is a really big point in its favor. And this deck should probably play the Platinum package in the sideboard. I don't know if it does. This is also a lethal shark. They have to have an answer to this. Yeah, I remember I was playing Shatterskull Summit. I mean, I will say that just a tap land has a huge cost in this deck when you're playing Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, Madcap Experiment. It's pretty bad with tap lands. Shark Typhoon's bad with tap lands. You have another Cryptic. Got a Boil, which is pretty good. However, they have to answer this. Looks like they can. Tough stuff. I really thought we were going to win this game.